In this video, I will share why more sourcing managers are replacing vendors with technical partners. Not because of price, not because of speed, but because the old way of buying is no longer working. Hi, I am Rahul Agarwal. I have worked with dozens of sourcing teams in the industrial manufacturing companies across the globe. And here's what I have seen. The companies that treat suppliers like partners get fewer surprises, fewer failures, and no 3 a.m. phone calls. Explore why that's happening and how you can lead the shift. Let's talk about the old model first. You send a drawing, the vendor quotes it. You issue a purchase order. They deliver the parts, simple, efficient, and dangerously outdated. Because when something fails, your supplier will say, "We gave you exactly what was in the specification." And they are right. But what they won't say is, "We never stopped to ask what this part does." And that's where the failure begins. Here's the risk with transactional vendors. They follow the print but never ask about the function. They focus on price, not performance. They react to problems instead of helping you prevent them. And when something breaks, they are the first to say, "It was not in our scope." You do not just lose time, you lose trust with your customer, your team, and your process. Now let's talk about technical partners. These are suppliers who ask about working loads, fit, and fatigue, questions tolerances that look aggressive, suggest alternate materials when they see the risk, flag geometry that could lead to stress concentrations, understand the real life behavior of the part, not just its CAD model. They think like engineers. They behave like stakeholders, and they treat your product as if they are responsible for its performance, because they are. So why is this shift happening now? Because sourcing today is not just about reducing cost, it is about reducing risk, improving consistency, building credibility with your customer, handling complexity without micromanaging. When things go wrong, you do not want a vendor who delivers a clean report. You want a partner who says, "Here's what we spotted, how we fixed it, and how we will prevent it next time." That is what modern sourcing demands. How do you know if a supplier is thinking beyond the specifications? Here are 5 signs to look for. They ask about the end use, not just the drawing. Where does this part sit in the assembly? What does it connect to? They flag tolerance or geometry risk before quoting. They do not just take your RFQ and say yes. They have supported design changes based on feedback and failure. They have helped other customers improve, not just manufacture. They suggest ways to reduce cost over the product life cycle, not just price per piece, but long-term gain. They say no to parts when they cannot do reliably, because they value your trust more than your purchase order. Now let's flip the coin. What happens when you stay in transactional mode? You lose visibility into long-term failure risk. You waste money fixing issues after they occur. You chase suppliers for answers instead of building systems. Your engineering team gets frustrated. Your reputation takes the hit, while the supplier hides behind the drawing. Sound familiar? It is avoidable. Let's wrap it up. The future of sourcing belongs to those who build partnerships, not just purchase orders. You're not buying parts, you're buying insights, accountability, and long-term reliability. So the next time you evaluate a forging supplier, ask yourself, are they quoting me or thinking with me? If you have worked with a partner like that, if not, maybe it is time to start looking for one. Share this video with your team. See you in the next video.